Hey internets, it's the Magic Word with Paul and Diego, and today we're going to be talking about an Oath of the Gatewatch spoiler.
Well, that sounds like the oath's been broken.
Maybe. So, we got the new card, Ayli, the Eternal Pilgrim.
Wow. And what does she do?
So, Ayli is a core cleric that costs 1 white, 1 black, and is a 2/3 with Death Touch.
Okay, well, that doesn't seem all that great, I guess.
So she actually has more abilities.
Does she?
She can pay 1 and sacrifice another creature to gain life equal to its toughness.
All right.
And she can also pay 1 and a white and a black, sacrifice another creature, and if your life is 10 points higher than its starting total, you get to exile a non-land permanent.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you can probably rack up some life right there and start exiling stuff. That sounds pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And all for a 2-drop. Wow. That's pretty good.
And so Ayli has actually been in the story since the first Zendikar. She was in flavor text for like Eldrazi Monument, Hand of Emrakul. So she's been a cleric worshipping the Eldrazi for a while.
That's a lot of devotion if you know. Wow.
Yeah. So
So she's been around with the story, huh? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Or didn't pay attention, sorry.
she was in a story. She tried to grasp with Jace and sacrifice him to Ulamog.
I know I would.
and because she's a cleric, she actually gets to use a lot of the cleric support.
Cleric support? I haven't heard that in a while. What can they do?
So the first cleric that I like is the Battletide Alchemist from Morningtide.
Okay.
It costs 3 and is 2 white for a 3/4 Kithkin cleric.
Interesting, kind of pricey, but okay. Does it do anything else?
Well, what it does is, whenever a player takes damage, you can prevent X of that damage, where X is the number of clerics you control.
Oh wow!
So you can prevent damage dealt to you, but you can also prevent damage dealt to your teammate or another player if you need them to survive a round or something.
Interesting. Targets a player. Wow. Yeah, that can be very diplomatic. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So that cleric is good. There's also the Daru Spiritualist.
What does that do?
So Daru Spiritualist costs 1 white and 1 for a 1/1.
Well, okay.
Whenever a cleric is targeted by a spell or ability, that cleric gets +0/+2 until end of turn.
Ah, okay. So it gets higher defense. Okay, interesting. That sounds cool, I guess.
So what you do with that is you combine that with the Lightninggreaves that I'm going to be putting in my deck.
Right.
So Lightninggreaves, its ability costs 0. You can keep doing it.
Oh.
So what you do is you move the Lightninggreaves from Ayli to Daru Spiritualist, or if you have any additional clerics, move it all around between all of them.
Oh, I see.
Every time you move it, your cleric is going to get 0/2.
Right, and if no one has any responses and they let it go off, then someone's going to have a pretty big defense.
Yeah.
And if someone has it... Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can get one of your clerics to have very high defense. Think of your favorite number, 1,000,000 toughness.
Wow. What a number.
Sacrifice that creature, gain 1,000,000 life. That's going to be pretty good. And there's actually...
That's a lot of life.
Yeah. There's actually another... there's a land. We have the Starla Sanctum.
Oh, I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know what it does.
So Starla Sanctum can tap for a colorless, or you can pay a white to tap it and sacrifice a cleric, and you gain life equal to that cleric's toughness.
Oh, that's almost the same as the creature.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if your Ayli gets destroyed or something...
You can rely on the land. That's pretty good. It's always a backup, right?
Yeah, good to have backups. And another thing that's going to help Ayli is the Edgewalker.
Oh, that sounds familiar, but it's not a planeswalker, is it?
No.
Oh.
So Edgewalker costs 1 white, 1 black, and 1 for a 2/2 human cleric, and he makes other clerics cost 1 white and 1 black less.
Ooh, colored less. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So Ayli would be free if you have him out already.
Wow. And what's not to like about that? That's a pretty good cleric already.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so if you are going to do this combo with the Daru Spiritualist, you want to make sure people don't try and get involved on your turn.
Right, don't stop you, exactly.
Yeah. So we actually have another cleric, the Grand Abolisher.
Oh yes, what's not to like about that? I know that card.
Yeah. Grand Abolisher costs 2 white for a 2/2 human cleric, and he makes it so that your opponents can't play activated abilities of any permanents or play spells.
Right, exactly. So they can't pretty much do anything on your turn.
Yeah.
So it gives you the right of way of going off if you can.
Yeah. So if you have any grand plans for your own turn, they're not going to get involved.
Hence the word grand.
Yeah. So, while we have that combo...
My God, is there more?
There is more combo.
Wow, I thought we were done. I
No.
guess not.
So, there's also the 2 enchantment combo of Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond.
Ooh, I've been through that before.
Yeah.
Very nasty.
So these 2 enchantments both cost 5. They're both black.
Yep.
One is whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. And the other is whenever you gain life, target opponent loses life. These 2 together make an infinite that can kill all your opponents.
Yes, it can. I've seen it happen before, and it's not very pretty when it's used against you.
And actually, we also have backup plans.
My God. Paul, where's this all coming from? You did your homework on this. It's amazing. What else do we have?
We have Defiant Bloodlord.
Well, what is that?
Defiant Bloodlord from Battle for Zendikar. He can replace the Sanguine Bond or stand in if it gets exiled.
Oh, well, there you go. Another backup right there. That does pretty much the same thing.
And we have Vizkopa Guildmage.
What Guildmage is that?
That has the ability of 1 white, 1 black, and 1 colorless. So whenever you gain life, each opponent loses that much life. So that's even better than Sanguine Bond.
Wow. That can probably just kill everyone in one swoop. That's amazing.
Yeah, so if you have that Daru Spiritualist with very high toughness, you activate the Vizkopa Guildmage's ability, then use Ayli to sacrifice it. You gain 999 life. Each opponent loses that much life.
Wow. Well, it also includes the land, too. You can always use the land.
Yeah, you can also use Starla Sanctum.
Well, I like how this is going. This black and white deck sounds like the way you describe it. It's got so many plans that it can fall back to if something doesn't go through. So I like that. I am digging this already. I'm hoping, is there more?
There's a little more.
Oh, my God.
So to make sure we can get the cards that we want, we're actually going to be playing cards like Demonic Tutor.
Oh, yes, of course.
Or Dark Petition. Let's get the cards we want.
Yeah.
There's actually cards in white that we can use, like Idyllic Tutor, to get either of those enchantments that we need.
Yes.
Or we can use Academy Rector, which is also a cleric.
I forgot about that card. Yes, it is a cleric.
Academy Rector costs 1 white and 3 for a cleric creature. But when it dies, you can exile it from your graveyard and search your library for an enchantment, put it directly into play.
That's amazing. That's all amazing. You can just get the perfect enchantment that you need to start your combo.
Yeah. And what you can do, when you sacrifice the Academy Rector to Ayli, the Academy Rector will die.
Right. Because sacrificing is part of the cost. So it'll hit the graveyard. So I believe its trigger ability will happen where you will choose to exile it. Before the other ability resolves, that ability will come on the stack, meaning that it'll exile and drop the enchantment. Then you gain the life.
Yeah.
So in that order, you can actually do something pretty good already.
Yeah. You can get the enchantment that you want before you even gain the life, in case your enchantment interacts with life gain.
Exactly. Let's say you had the Daru, what's it called? The
Daru Spiritualist.
And you already did that, and then you got rid of the Academy Rector and did it all in the turn, you would just probably one-shot somebody.
Yeah.
Very quickly. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So,
wow.
I'm probably going to be making a more extensive deck list for this deck. You know, I'm pretty excited about Ayli.
It sounds like you are. You did some pretty good research on this. I like this, and as far as the beginning of this, I was just like, okay, this creature, sure, but the way you just put it all out, it's just amazing. So many possibilities. I like that.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for a longer deck list, and thanks for watching our video, and we'll see you next time, Internet.